Flosstube. It's Georgia Stitcher. I'm Cindy.
I'm Emily. I'm Cameron. And this is Scout.
Poor tortured Scout.
We put his ears in the hair club.
Just for a moment. Trust me, I don't let them torture him.
Uh-huh.
But we're back. It's been about a month. It is April, and we're here for our monthly update. I think we're going to quit promising to come every 2 weeks because that just doesn't happen. But once a month, that's something. So we're back. We have lots to share. I have some FFOs and a bunch of work that we worked on, some new starts.
2 surprises at the end.
2 surprises. I'm only aware of one of them.
And the video.
Oh yeah, so we actually have a bonus video because we had some stitchy kindness that was really, well, I don't know if it's stitchy kindness, kind of candy kindness, but from a stitchy friend. So lots to update you on, so stick around. And I also have updates on our giveaway. Last video, we did a subscriber video giveaway for our 500 subscribers. Thank you. And I did want to say, first of all, for those who did win, I had 3 people get back to me of the 5 winners. I haven't shipped off your stuff yet, but it will go this week. I was kind of waiting to see if the other 2 responded, and then it kind of got pushed to the bottom of the list, and so I apologize. It's been a month, but it will go out shortly. I have your names and addresses. And so thank you to Melissa Catch, Wild Crafty, and Sandra McDonald who responded, but I haven't heard back from Kathy Evsich, E-V-S-I-C-H, who won the Flower Mill Hill kit. If you see this video, please email me. My email address is in the description below to let me know your address, and I can mail you the Flower Mill Hill kit that you won. And then the Queen, so the Mirabilia Royal Games pattern was awarded to Amy Coons, and I haven't heard from you either. So if you get this, if you hear this and you see this, please email me your address as well. If I don't hear back from y'all by next month when we do our next video, or sooner if we happen to get ambitious, but by our next video, I will probably do a redraw for those 2. But the other 3 will go out shortly, and I apologize for the delay. But that's the update. Do you want to do a life update? Anything happened this last month?
My earrings got stuck to my ear. Like the back of her earrings actually got inside of your ear.
I've never had this trouble when I had my ears pierced as a kid, but her body likes to heal. So she had her ears pierced like 5 months ago. And they still seem to want to close up a little bit. So yeah, we had some drama this week about the earrings, but we went to Florida briefly for spring break. So that was good to see my brother and his family down in Panama City.
Our grandparents came and
Let's begin.
our grandparents came and we did a few things. One of them was an escape room, which we also did in Florida. So we did 2.
First time doing escape rooms for these girls. We did one in Florida when we were down there for spring break, and then we also did one here in Georgia when we got back because they had so much fun. They wanted to try it again. So that was fun. That was their spring break, which was last week. Obviously we had Easter. Easter Bunny came, shockingly, found us in Florida. What else? Anything else exciting?
We do have a cheer thing. So
Next weekend they auditioned for a local cheer competition team. So we're hoping that they make the team. If not, they'll still do some other kind of cheer this year, but that is their goal this year. They've been working really hard at The Rock, which is the local tumbling gym, earning new skills.
So all we can, like the best things we can do is a back walkover and front walkover.
Back walkover, front walkover. Pretty cool.
Yeah. It's just harder to get in, I'm guessing, if you can't do like a front and back handsprings.
We don't know how competitive the team is yet. They may make it, they may not, but either way, it's a good experience. So
we got nail things.
And we do. Well, that's actually a shout out. Cameron mentioned our nails. Everybody want to share your nails? So, fingernails. We tried Color Street, which was actually through a referral by Mary Ashcraft, who is a Flosstuber here and on Instagram as well. She's amazing. I will link her below. Please follow her. But her mom actually is a Color Street rep. And so in one of her recent videos, Mary linked to that, and I purchased some Color Street nails from her mom. And they came in this week, and so this weekend, so we tried them out yesterday. And so, you know, mine are already peeling a little bit because I'm kind of rough on my nails, but they were very easy to put on, and I was able to get the girls' nails done with half a set, and so, you know, save money and be able to use them twice. And I think they can actually probably do it themselves. So yay to Color Street. Thank you to Mary and her mom. Anything else exciting? Nothing else too exciting.
It's not really. Just normal.
School, life, work. My work is picked up because, you know, the courts are starting to open up again. Vaccines are becoming pretty readily available here in Georgia. Everybody is, over 16 is eligible to get them. And so you can pretty much book an appointment. I have my first dose scheduled coming soon. My husband got his first dose last week. My mom got her second dose last week. And so it's becoming pretty easy to get a vaccine here in this area. So the courts are opening up, which means my clients need me. I do criminal defense as a lawyer, and so when the courts are open, my clients are calling. So as much as I've been kind of lazy for a year, things have picked up a little bit. I've been in court twice this week and expect to go back again next week a couple times. So anyway, but we're good. We're happy. Life is good. I will go ahead and I guess throw in the stitchy kindness, candy kindness now, because I will include a video at the end of this to show you an unboxing, I guess. So one of my Instagram friends, Craft Alley 2017, saw our last video where I posted the video of the girls opening Stitchman Darcy Cameron's gift from Canada of the Smarties and the candy that he sent down, which was awesome. And Allie emailed or messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, do you think the girls would like something from the UK? And I said, of course, that would be amazing. So she sent over some candies from the UK, which were delicious. And we learned one of the things was a Kinder Joy. You want to tell them about the difference between?
Surprise. Apparently, I think they're you're not allowed to have sell them. Kinder Surprises in America.
Why?
So we think it's because the toy is like actually inside the thing. It doesn't like cut in half. So we think Americans are stupid and actually eat the toy.
Or somebody did, and somebody got sued.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Kinder Joy in America, if you're from the US, you know, are like these little like packages where you break it apart and the toy's on one side and the candy's on the other, and they're called Kinder Joy. But what she sent us were Kinder Surprises, which were like chocolate eggs
around a little plastic ball.
Yeah,
wrapped around a ball, which then had a toy inside it.
But the toy like was in a container.
I don't know how you would accidentally eat that piece of plastic, but that's the rumor, is that, you know, here in the US they can't sell those because they're too dangerous to have candy wrapped around a toy.
I'm pretty sure one like 1-year-old.
I don't know. A 1-year-old couldn't eat. It was a cute anyway. So that was fun, and thank you to Allie. That was super awesome, and we will have our little unboxing video at the end of this. We'll attach it so you can see the girls opening it up and getting the surprise.
I know how they did it. So the some sibling ate one of them, but the toy was left out. So a 1-year-old like got it and like opened it up and ate the toy, and then they just sued them as if they actually ate.
I don't know. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not litigious, so I'm not all for the overly litigious society that we are here in the US. But
and I think all the candy's gone.
Yeah, it didn't last long. Especially with my husband in the house, he likes chocolate a lot. So
in the UK, they had these Easter Bunny chocolate things with Smarties inside.
Mm-hmm.
The Canadian
that was
Smarties.
cool. Yeah, so she sent a Smarties candy that was an Easter Bunny candy that had like a chocolate Easter Bunny with little pieces of the Smarties, like candy Smarties inside.
Small.
It's yummy. It's yummy.
And
Not American Smarties.
Definitely something we can't get here.
Yeah. They also had bunny Kit Kat bunnies, and like a Cadbury cream egg, but instead of like the Cadbury cream stuff, it's chocolate. So I don't know
the Lindt chocolate. Yeah, the little chocolate balls, they're yummy.
They're like eggs with chocolate.
All right, let's get into the stitching. That's what they came for. But stay tuned to the end of the video for that unboxing. And thank you again, Allie. That was super sweet. I appreciate it. And I will tag her below as well. Okay, so FFOs. I have 2, actually I had 3 FFOs this month, but I have 2 to show you. live. One of them was a gift. So the first one I'll tell you was the gift. It was to my mother-in-law. My father-in-law and mother-in-law celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary at the end of this month. And so to honor that, and as a gift, I created just kind of a little wedding marriage sampler, I guess. It wasn't even a sampler. It just had their name with a monogram and the date of their wedding. And so I presented that to them. I got it professionally framed here in Georgia. They came down to visit for spring break, and I gave it to them while they were here. So I posted a picture of Emily holding it with Grandma Jack's what we call her, but her name is Laurel, in the video, in my Instagram, but I will include a photo of that here as well. So that was one of my finishes. And the other finishes is kind of my monthlies that I get done most months, so far, all the months, but stay tuned, I may not make that this month, we'll see. But the first one is my wordplay by Brenda Gervais, and this is the April wordplay. And I just finished it as I do every month. I make a little removable plaque that goes in this tray that we display on our entryway. And so this has, I think it was almost all, I think this one was all called 4 colors. And so she designs with Gentle Arts. And so this was Gentle Arts. And yeah, that's my April wordplay. Then the other next FFO, I'll show this one, is my Little House Needleworks sampler of the month. This is April's sampler of the month. And this frame is one that I got off Etsy from Cheeky Sheep Wood Shop.
I think you've already said about that because she did a
I have
one.
Yep, I've mentioned it each time. But I just replaced the piece every month. And so, hang on, look at cute little bunnies and chicks. I'm kind of proud of my French knots there because I'm not super experienced with them, but they're cute little bunnies and sheep.
I think either with this one or with the March one, she put it upside down, and the way we could tell the difference was because of this.
Yeah, where the little flong goes to hang it.
And it's cool because you can put it sideways.
Yeah, if you had a lengthwise piece, you could hang it that way, or set it up that way. So that just sets up on one of my furniture pieces here in this room. So those are my FFOs. Do you guys have any FFOs?
I do. It's from a while ago. I
Yes, we didn't show it yet.
Good.
You want to show the box?
The neck got bent, clearly. But,
So this is a project called Yarn Giraffe.
me and my aunt did it when she came over to visit one time. And I just need to add, wait, I forgot. I didn't add the hair and the tail, but that's
Oh yeah, he's supposed to have, he is supposed to have some hair.
I don't really care though.
He's a hairless giraffe.
Yeah.
It's unique.
He's unique. That's right.
Do you think any giraffe is this color?
Right, it's already different.
Very unique.
Yeah, I don't really want
Nice.
to add the hair anyway, so it sounds tough.
What else?
And I have one more.
She has
So when my
too
bad. When my grandma came over, she brought a pot holder and a towel kind of thing like that. And so she also brought a button. She gave me 2 of each, and we laid the towel out, and then we just sewed this on top.
Sewed it together. Yep, she used a sewing machine.
And then you sewed you hand sewed the button on, and you just put this on the handle of the stove or the oven, and then you can just use this.
So it's like a tea towel, but it's also a pot holder. And so she stitched it together. It was basically 2 pieces, but she used a sewing machine to stitch it together.
I made 2, but my grandma took that.
She wanted to have one for herself, so she took that home. So yeah, we've been practicing on a sewing machine, and I'll show you at the end. I've done some sewing myself, so.
Maybe next time it'll be finished with a dog toy making Scout.
She's working on it, yeah, a dog toy for Scout. The only other FFO I didn't show last month, I actually had it done last month, but it was another gift. I did 3 little hoop style Easter pieces that I gave to some PTO mom friends, and so I will include excuse me, a picture of those here as well. All right, so what's been working on? I have several
She probably has more than, she has
progress.
way more over there that she started probably.
I haven't touched everything. No, I'm just going to show them what I've worked on this month.
Yeah.
All right,
Luckily.
first up, one of my monthlies. Every month I work on this. It's a stitch along. It's Dark Queen of the Sea by Autumn Lane Stitchery. We are on part 8, I think, of 12. So 4 more parts, and it's a mystery, so this part down here hasn't been revealed yet. But I think we're all done with the upper part.
Everybody's so excited for the time.
I know. We're, I still think she's like some kind of octopus type thing.
Yeah,
But
me too.
so that's coming out monthly. This month they came out with this
Tried it.
trident. Thank you. And the coral and some more coral. So that's what we stitched this month.
I like how they give options because
Yeah, there were some choices. I changed the hair.
the hair could either be like a blue and a purple. Like 3 of the choices was like a blue and a purple, like she did.
All right, so
Or
I'm gonna
purple
hold this
like
in front of
this.
you so they can see all of it. Back up a little bit, Emmy.
Purple
So-
or blue.
She got little needle minders.
Yeah, they came with needle minders. Well, I purchased them from Autumn Lane Stitchery. You can still buy them in their Etsy shop. They're really cool. They match the project. Hang on, let go please, let me show them. Okay, so this is where we at now. Where we at?
Where we at?
And then the trident and the coral is what we stitched this month. There were no choices per se, which is fine. Choices make me make hard choices. But she's so pretty. This comes out of the first of the month, and so I've been pretty good about keeping up with her. She's super fun, love the bright colors, so I've been good about keeping up with her.
What was the other choice for this?
A school.
Now there's she's pointing to the crown. There wasn't another choice, a different color, like the way that, so I used like the glitter colors, which is Petite Treasure Braid. But over here, this is like this magic thing. There was a choice of putting the skull there. But I wanted my lady a little more elegant and less scary. So that is stitched on 28 count Under the Sea fabric by, 28 count Bewitched by Under the Sea fabric. And in the opalescence. And obviously, like I said, the pattern is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So love her. My next stitch along is my temperature typography from Stitchin' Mommy. So this is an annual, she puts out several temperature charts. And so this one you look up the high temperatures in your area and stitch the colors according to the temperatures to kind of give you a feel for how your year went weather-wise.
How did our year go?
So far, this is where we're at. I got through AP of April.
January was pretty cold, as you can see.
Yeah, our coldest day was in February though. That purple is definitely the coldest day.
But how do you, like, where's, like,
There's a chart in the, I didn't bring it over here, but the warmest day so far was this last week in that kind of orangey color. And then hopefully we'll be moving into some more oranges and reds, which is kind of the warmer colors soon. So that is my temperature typography. It is stitched on Ada. I think this is 14, maybe 16 count Ada. I think I got it out of a kit that I wouldn't use the called for fabric. Yeah, you pro now?
no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
All right, my next stitch along is the Bygone Stitches One Nation. And I stitched this one state, one star a week as per the Janet Jabber way. And I stitched this on, I don't have the thing in front of me. I think it's 32 count Peanut by Be Stitch Me. And so this is where I am at. I use Weeks Dye Works Michael's Navy as the blue and Weeks Dye Works Merlot as the red, and then DMC Blanc for the white. It's kind of hard to see the white here on camera, although when I zoom in it gets a little bit better. I've gotten through Kentucky there. It's a little easier to see in person, although it does blend a little bit. My fabric isn't the called for fabric, so it is a little bit lighter. But I still love it. I think it's really cool.
Okay. I was holding this up behind it.
To help a little bit, yeah.
And I thought it was really
So that is my Bygone Stitches One Nation. And that is one of the giveaways that we gave away, and that winner did claim the prize. So I'm excited to mail that out and get another person to stitch that one with us. And I think my last, second to last stitch along is my Christmas wreath by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Lots of people are stitching on this one as well. This actually just came out on Friday. I don't know what part number we're on, but this part up here. We started out on the house and then the bow and been working our way around the wreath. And so this is the part that came out this week, and I haven't started on that one yet, but I had gotten caught up before then.
Isn't it a 12-part piece?
I think it's 11 part, with the plan that part 11 they give, there's 10 parts of stitching, and then the 11th part they give you the how-to to finish it into the pillow.
Are you gonna make it a pillow?
Yeah, of course. And so this is where we are. I did catch up with last month's, and I'm pretty good at staying on top of this one too. Again, bright colors, pretty quick stitch. This is stitched on 28 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. It's the called for fabric with called for DMC, and it's gonna be really cool. And I love these monthly stitch alongs because these big patterns get chopped up and you don't have to like feel the pressure to stitch something massive right away. You got a whole year to do it, and they divide it for you. And I'm kind of a rule follower, so if possible, I always keep up with my things. That's the way it works.
I'm a rule follower too.
I'm a rule follower.
I am proud of that one because I helped with very little.
She did help a couple stitches. She was sitting in my lap one night and just wanted to, so I'd pull it up and put it down and she'd push it through or something. All right, next stitch along, this is the last one that I've been working on, is the Modern Fork Embroideries, Fruits of Plenty. This is the year-long stitch along. They've released the full image and monthly release parts of the pattern. It's 12-month, started in January. And so I have not quite finished April. I've been working diligently on it. This one is a lot of stitching each month. It takes me several days, like, over a week, frankly, to get it stitched up. And so this is a, I guess, dichromatic two color pattern, and you could choose your own colors, or you could choose the ones that Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery used. I chose similar colors. I choose blue as well, but I brightened mine up a little bit. So I'm using DMC 518 and 311.
It looks a lot like Pam done.
Yeah, because it's a sampler type thing.
It's not even by the same person.
It is not. So this is where we're at. And so this part below here is where this month came out. So down here is this month's release. And so I have not quite finished it, but I've gotten close. And so I've gotten kind of the thick part, which is that kind of a CC style background stitching. And so that's as low as that part goes. And so I'm pretty close, probably 2/3 of the way done with this month's section. But it's so pretty. And again, another one that's a huge project with lots of stitching that would be overwhelming if it wasn't chopped up monthly for us. It's already kind of overwhelming to try to keep up. So this is definitely the hardest of all my stitch alongs to stay up with because it's just so much stitching. But I love it. It's beautiful.
The pandemic wasn't a stitch along, was it?
It was not. I just kind of buckled down and did that one because it was super exciting and I loved it. So
Exciting?
it was exciting. All right. Next up is
Emily.
and that was stitched
It's
on
gonna hang on my wall.
that last one. The Modern Folk Embroidery is 36 count linen in the color Butter Rum from the Cross Stitch Boutique, and it's stitched 2/2. And I said the DMC numbers already. You guys sharing an apple? You can eat one. No, you're not sharing an apple. All right.
I like to eat
The next one is one I picked out for this one. My little redhead piano player. It is a kit by Riolis, and it's called Adagio, and it's a cute little redhead playing piano.
Who do we know that likes to play piano?
Yeah.
Is redhead.
And so
a lot longer hair.
it contained all of the floss and the fabric. It's 14 count, 8 up. And I just got a little bit more done on the piano and her hand, and I started in on her dress.
If only Emily had long hair and a dress.
I know, if only Emily was...
I wore a blue dress.
She's had long hair before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
Definitely looks like you. Totally.
100%.
So someday that may hang in her room, or her piano room, if it takes long enough and she has her own place. Yeah.
See it.
Or in the
Oh, you didn't get to see it? So she's admiring it off camera. They can't see it, but you're start looking at. So here, hold it. Does it look like her yet? Put your hand out like you're playing.
It looks a lot alike.
Oh, so much.
100%.
All right. So I do have one more stitch along, but it's not like a designer release stitch along. It's just something that a Flosstuber, Darcy Cameron, decided he wanted to stitch, and Emma X Stitching wanted to do it as well, and so they started a stitch along, and I tagged along. And
There's only 3 people doing it?
there's like 10 or 15 now, I think, at least.
But at first,
At
there was
first,
only
well,
like 3.
I don't know. I don't think I was the third one to join in. I was probably like the 5th or 6th.
Yeah,
but-
there's still 3.
yeah. So it is Mini Sunflower Cottage. It's charted by Hayde, and this is what it will look like when it's finished. The artist is Donna Gelsinger, and I am stitching mine on 18 count easy grid Ada with the called for GMC. And this one is moving right along.
Are you parking?
I'm 22%. No, I'm not parking at all. I'm 22% done.
Look at the back.
What? You want to show them my back? It's messy.
Very.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
I'm kind of doing like a combination of cross country. So I kind of pick a color and then stitch it over, and then pick the next color and stitch it over. So I'm like moving this way.
No.
But I'm not color completing. I'm just kind of completing blocks as I go. The next color kind of ready. So yeah.
Wait, ooh.
That one is fun because it's super bright colors, and it's fun to share on Instagram because lots of people are doing it. So all the people kind of in the Sunflower Cottage Club watch each other's progress. And so that is a hashtag Sunflower Cottage Sal. I'll list that below, and that is where you can kind of follow along with everybody that's stitching on that one. It's super fun, and it's a quick stitch for me because it's fun because that's bright colors, and so I want to stitch on it. I did take a couple weeks off, but I did a bunch of it earlier this month. So
I have 3 things. One thing, when we went to the Joann or Michael's,
I don't know.
wherever store we went to get the floss, it was a lot of very bright colors.
Yeah, I called out the colors, and she'd find the colors for me when we kitted it up, and which is why I like it. That's my style.
Okay, then number 2 is mini sunflower cottage because the cottage mini?
No.
Because the sunflowers are
No.
really big.
Because the project is small. So this is actually a small Heaven and Earth design. So this is like the whole thing. This is like the whole width of it. It's many Haydes are as big as my Pandemic or bigger. And so this is mini because it's not as big.
Wait, that's a mini?
No, Pandemic is full size, but that's
I
not
was
full,
like,
that's not full coverage. This is full coverage, and so it takes even longer than Pandemic because it's every single stitch.
It's gonna take longer than Pandemic.
If it was the full size,
Oh, I was like, it's gonna take longer.
Is this full coverage?
the middle of it is, yeah. If you stitch everything and cover it, yeah.
But I have a question. A 3rd thing. What is cross country?
Cross country, and so when you take one color and you stitch all of the stitches in that color wherever it is.
Like that one section?
It's
Yeah,
also a
either
running thing.
One section.
well, it is also a running thing.
Yeah.
In terms of cross stitch, but yeah. So I
How do you figure this all out?
from pattern. how do I learn how to do it?
No, how
Go
do
watch Flosstube.
Go watch YouTube.
But they don't always answer the question.
No, but if you watch enough Flosstube, you learn it all. And there's Facebook pages and all of this stuff. Yeah.
Same way she learned to do a lot of her quilting
Yeah,
things.
you have to watch and learn. Yep. I'm learning how to quilt, so that's a learning curve.
Are you done?
Almost. I got 2 more. Do you want to go first?
No, we can finish
Okay,
too.
2 more whips. Cross stitch whips. And they're both new starts. And so this month, I decided I wanted to start so if you've watched our previous videos, you know I've done the Festive Little Fobs for Valentine's Day, which is by Heartstring Samplery. They've got several in these series, and if you watched my videos after that, February one, you'll see that I bought them all. And so I decided to start the springtime edition of Heartstring Samplery's Festive Little Fobs. And so this is the pattern cover. And I have done, I was kind of doing, huh?
The Valentine's Day?
The little pillows that we made.
Yeah.
All the Valentine's pillows we made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but this is this is now the springtime.
Oh.
So they're different patterns. And so I've done 6 of the 9 patterns in there. And so I haven't obviously fully finished them yet. But these are there's 2. There's 2 more.
How many do you have left?
There are 3 more.
Now we gotta make
Cute
some
little
pillows.
bird in a basket.
Oh, wait, where's my slop?
It's still sitting over there on the trunk.
Oh.
So 6 done, 3 to go. I was doing 1 every day, and then I took a break the last couple days. But I'm going to be adventurous and try to stitch the strawberry finish the strawberry this time. I did not do that one last time. I made them all into pillows, but I got encouraged by Steel City Stitchers. Kristen did hers. She said that it was easier than it looked, maybe. I don't know. She said it wasn't terrible, so I'm hopeful that I can also sew a strawberry. So that is the plan, to turn one of them into a strawberry. She's becoming a little seamstress too, so we're both learning.
Well, let me help with some of her things, like the April thing.
Some of the things I want to do myself.
You used to hate it.
All right, so my last whip was also a new start this month. And this one I have shown the pattern previously because I won it in a giveaway from Bestitch Me Fabrics when I entered their giveaway after winning some fabric at the Friday Night Fights. And I've been wanting to start it and thinking about starting it. And it is not by Long Dunk Samplers, which is my pandemic that I finished last year, but it is of the same style, just monochromatic, very large sampler piece.
Very large.
And so I wanted to get started on it. But anyway, what I'm talking about is Ink Circles, the Big Red Ship of Life.
It's also not even by the same person.
No, it's not. Lots of people design like this, but it is super cool. It is massive. I am stitching mine on a 32 count Jovelin lamb's wool. At that size, it will be, or at that count, it will be about the same size as my pandemic, which is huge. And I've gotten 2 pages done. There's 16 pages on this one. And I have, stop please.
What?
Sit back please.
I can't.
I have finished 2 pages.
The top 2?
Yep, top left. And so I'm stitching this with sulky thread, my first time stitching with sulky thread. And I picked a dark red. I pulled they have a petite spool sampler pack with reds. And so I bought that to see which red I liked and tried stitching on here with a few of them and decided this one was my favorite. And it's called Bayberry is the color by Sulky. And so it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Wait. So, we were debating what kind of bird this was. Or
Oh yeah, there's some creatures in here that,
like, we're
This
trying
is
to debate what
abstract,
this
right?
was.
well, I think it was actually one of these guys up here that repeats.
Confusing.
And we're not quite sure what they are. And then this thing came out, which is just a really interesting creature. I stitched him up. So yeah, there's some
Interesting.
creatures. And there's a story behind this, which I didn't bring with me, so I don't want to say it wrong, but it is based on old fabrics. And I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm not going to say who made it. I should know better, but I will encourage you to look it up. But Ink Circles has done a whole paragraph about the cloths that she designed this from.
I'm gonna show.
Wait,
You have a question?
yes.
Do you remember?
Yeah. This is abstract, right?
I guess you could say it's abstract. I think it's based on existing art already. I don't think it's a reproduction of an exact piece, as I understand it, but it is based on previous artwork. But it was a tapestry. It was like a big cloth that they did. It wasn't cross stitch that it was based on.
But it must have taken a while to design that. Like how many little squares?
Oh, I'm sure.
It took Emily a little while to design spots.
So those are all of my works in progress. I've got one knitting whip and one quilting thing that I'll show at the end, but I wanted to let the girls show anything they want to show. Do you want to show some cross stitch?
Yes.
Do you have cross stitch?
One thing hidden behind your thing, or under your thing.
I have one thing.
Okay.
In typical.
The picture of it's kind of small, since we can't show you the pattern. The pattern's big, but the picture's small.
No one has returned.
No,
What number? Where's number one? Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah. She's doing.
one.
So this is Gnomes by Nikki Pattern on Etsy.
She got it around Christmas, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that.
She's doing the center one, Gnome number 1.
And she got like 3 big packets of different things during Christmas. And I said I wanted to do one of them, so I picked the gnomes because they look like the easiest, like the smallest ones. So here's my little gnome. I did a little bit like.
She's been working down his leg a little bit, so.
Well,
and I added like the black. Then I'm gonna like go up here and then finish his beard probably. I started with the white, and then my mom said, she said, it's really hard to see the white, and it
White
was.
on white is challenging.
It was, so she said it would be a whole lot easier if I just stitched around.
Yeah, it'll be easier to fill in once you stitch around the white.
speaking of Christmas.
Speaking of Christmas.
Genius idea.
What's that?
In May, you stitch Christmas stuff because it's May. You have a Merry Christmas.
She wants to start a new trend.
Yes.
I think the world is not ready for Christmas yet in May, but she
I think they
thinks
are.
that
They
we
should be.
should stitch Christmas in May, and May you have a Merry Christmas.
Well, or if you
We'll
just
see if that
really,
catches on.
or if you're just a really slow stitcher.
You stitch Christmas all year long.
Yeah.
I can't stitch fast, so I won't be doing May.
You could stitch faster if you did it more.
I'm not committed to.
Which is fine.
stitch 100%.
She's got lacrosse and tumbling and
There's
Girl
something every
Scouts
day
and school and
Crossing the
training.
I think I have I have something like every day but once.
She's got
Like,
guitar and piano. And
we have the same amount of things.
Yep.
4 things.
So, okay,
So my
Cameron's,
thing's one of
let's
my
see
things are twice.
Cameron's whip.
Okay, so this is the
Woo-hoo!
owl. It is May Deer.
May Deer.
Cross
Cross stitch.
stitch.
Yep, and it's a printed canvas that
Yeah.
we got off of Amazon.
I have
It's
a pit.
DK011 Owl 1.
Okay. All
Well,
right. Sure.
my mom decided to buy me an owl, a pig, and a little cat. The cat was the hardest. They're all printed. So Cameron wanted to do one, so we gave her the owl. And I started the pig, but neither of us have started the cat yet.
Yep.
It's a little kid. So
Excuse the string, but
This is her owl. So she's got one eyeball, and she's working on another eyeball. And these printed canvases are kind of nice because you don't have to worry about counting. And
I love them so much.
I didn't know it the first one we did, but you can wash them, and all these grid lines will come out.
my parrot still has grid lines, and it's still
She finished one already. It's a parrot that we just kind of cut around the stitching close enough that you couldn't really see the grid lines. But now we know, and we'll wash out those grid lines next time once she finishes her owl.
I kind of wish that they made the colors you're supposed to stitch on. This is blue, but it's supposed to be white.
Yeah, the colors printed on the canvas aren't the colors you're actually stitching. And so I think it's to set it off though, so you don't accidentally, because you don't accidentally, so it doesn't blur in, I guess. I don't know. But see, that's the printed, but this is the final product.
Does this count as a chart?
It is, kind of.
Wait, I haven't announced.
Am I not
it.
supposed to show it then?
Oh, it's fine. It would be difficult to duplicate it. So these are really great for beginners, and so I recommend, or children that want to stitch, just so they don't have to stress about counting and losing count and getting frustrated.
I have an announcement.
A needle minder.
Yeah.
I think the very first cross stitch project I ever did. Remember, I started it when she was doing her Halloween
Yes,
thing.
she had one like this. It
and
was
I
an
also
elephant.
remember, like a year before that,
Mine was
in one of our little drawer things, I saw her cross stitch, and I was like, "What is that?" And my
What
dad
is
said,
this
"Just one of your
sorcery?"
mom's crafts
Yeah.
or something."
Yes.
What is the sorcery?
I know. It was when I was not stitching much at all, and so they'd found one of my old kits and said, "What?"
And then so she bought me the elephant, and so I brought it to Michigan when we went
Last
there.
summer.
Last summer. So when my grandparents came, my grandma did she make me the bag or did she buy it and stitch my name in?
No, she found that at a garage sale.
Yeah.
Okay, so she found a bag at the garage sale with my name on it, and inside she put the floss.
She found the missing threads. If you watched our first videos, you know we had missing threads from her elephant project for months, and she finally just gave up on it.
And from one of her diamond paintings, because mine were in little Ziploc bags and that was different.
Yeah, she found some of my
Well,
old diamonds too from her
diamonds.
diamond painting that I'd left up there. I
Diamond
don't really diamond
phase.
paint right now, but
She goes through phases.
I was in a phase.
So it's gonna become a
Here's
diamond.
You know
another
what?
one
As a
of her
kid, you go through phases too.
But it's become a diamond painting
different
channel.
phases most of the time.
Yes. So.
But she has another one of her phases
It's
from
not
one
a
of
phase
her
yet.
phases.
I haven't committed, but I've
From
experimented with knitting, and so
From one of
that's
her
all the cross stitch, by the way.
What?
Already
Oh, wait, yeah.
done.
That's all the cross stitch we have. We do
sort of.
have cross stitch related in surprise at the end, so stick around. But if you're only here for the cross stitch, I understand. I do want to show two other whips. One is a knitting whip, and one's a quilting whip.
This is from one of her earlier phases.
It's true. I was more into knitting / crocheting last year a lot. So, but I've never knit a sock. And so thank you to XStitchMD, Shiloh at XStitchMD. I'll link her below. She does tons of socks, knitting, and I really want to try one. So I started this a couple months ago, but I leave it in the car, and so I stitch on it when I'm waiting on the girls, or knit on it, I guess. I don't stitch. I don't know. But it is... the yarn is Knit Picks yarn. It is this.
You finished the heel?
Hang on.
Okay.
This is the yarn that I'm using. Felici by Knit Picks.
Felici. Felici.
Yeah, and it was like a specialty thing. I don't know if they're available still, but so anyway, and I'm knitting my first sock, and so I've got the cuff, the leg. I did the heel, that was tricky, and so now I'm working on the foot. What's up, foot? What do you think?
Is it gonna start getting smaller?
Does it look like a sock?
It's a baby stocking.
When it was like
Because she's only making one.
this big, she asked us, "What do you think it is?" We were like, "A bracelet, a hair bow,
You're
stuff like that."
creative. Except
And then she's like, "No, it's a sock."
They didn't believe me. They're like, scarf. I'm like, no. It's a
It
sock.
was a baby scarf, okay?
we got really
It's a
creative,
sock.
okay?
I'm so proud.
I couldn't bring
So,
a sleeve.
We'll see if I finish it. This is for the second sock, if I actually finish the
did.
first sock. But it sits in my little kind of tote bag here that I leave in the car and stitch on when I'm waiting for them at their various activities. So that is my knitting whip. And then I have one quilting whip. I finished my very first quilt. And I have to credit Fat Quarter Shop and their beginner quilt series. They have a YouTube channel called Fat Quarter Shop, and it was originally a quilting store, and they've branched out and done a ton of cross stitch stuff. They have a cross stitch Flosstube as well now that's massive. But I watched some of their YouTube videos on their quilting channel, and one of the series, a free pattern, is called the Ultimate Beginner Quilt. And so I bought my fabric from them and then followed along week by week to try to get through this first quilt pattern. And I'm super proud. I finished my first quilt top. Not sure I'm going to show this Here, step back. Stand up. And so now I have to figure out how to get it quilted because I don't think I want to try to quilt it. I think I'm going to try to use a surface to do that because that doesn't sound fun. Like putting this together was fun, but I don't think I want to quilt it. All right. So.
I see. Maybe we should just insert
Just
a
hold it back.
picture.
Yeah, well, just hold it back. We'll just like start pulling it up. So this hold it tight. There we go. Now we're gonna move up. It's just 9 blocks. Should I go to the bottom so it hangs better?
Yeah.
There you go. So these are not the colors that were in the pattern. I picked darker colors.
But yeah, I like to stitch right.
I like to stitch bright colors, but apparently for my quilts, I want to do dark colors. I don't know. And so I have purchased the backing fabric. I'm using this for the backing, which is a lighter color, for the backing fabric. And so I've researched some local quilt studios that do quilting, long-form quilting, and I'm probably going to bring it by or ship it off to one of them to quilt because I don't think I want to do that. At least not right now. So I want to get my first quilt finished before I try to do the actual quilting. So it's the ultimate beginner quilt. So I'm super
Surprise!
Fat Quarter Shop released the pattern. So
Surprise!
are you ready for the surprise?
Surprise!
The girls have a big announcement.
Okay, so
Let's announce it first, and then we'll
Hey,
show
sit down.
it.
Sit down.
down,
I'm so
sit down.
excited. I'm so excited.
Okay, so we're starting a business.
So she decided to get a drying rack for
For the quilting, I purchased a drying rack for quilt fabrics
just to hang them up and all that stuff.
when I like starch them. That's
So
what I bought, but-
she said, "Oh, are you gonna dye fabrics?" And she was like, "No, absolutely
Zero desire to dye fabrics.
So
We were
Sounds
just
like-
decided.
Slime and glitter and all the things I hate in my house that are messy. So I'm like, nope.
we're doing it in the garage.
So she decided she wants to do it.
So she said, can I dye fabrics? I'm like, I mean, I guess if you want to, that doesn't.
And you have to do a bunch of research, like watch a bunch of Flosstubes. Wait, I think we watched 6.
And I took notes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go
And then-
and do it with her.
Yep.
And so we have
They did watch a bunch of videos on how to dye and then created a supply list on the things they think they need to
And-
do it.
in total we spent like $114.
And then they borrowed money from me to start their little business to buy fabric and dye and supplies. And they
So we got the dye and everything. So we dyed a bunch of fabric. I don't know how many, but we're only gonna show you 4, right?
for now.
Yeah.
And we got an Instagram page.
And that's it right now, right?
Yep. So we talked about ways if they want to try to sell this fabric, ways to do that if they choose to, and an Etsy shop and all that. And initially, at least, they don't have huge inventory, so we talked about maybe just posting them on Instagram and seeing if anybody was interested. And so coming soon is the Instagram listings for these pieces, along with
Still need to price
more. Yeah, we haven't priced them yet. They're going to do their research on that to make sure they price it fairly. But we have started the Instagram page, and I will link it below, and it is...
Hand dyeing duo.
Their name of their business is Hand Dyeing Duo.
Underscore.
So it's hand_dyeing_duo is the Instagram page. And so we've created the page and it's got a coming soon photo for now. And so we're preparing to post, hopefully, we haven't actually set a time yet, but hopefully within the next week, we will post the
pictures.
products they have so far.
We have a preview of 4 fabrics. This is the first one, and we named it Cloudy, right?
Yes, and you might not be able to see the modeling, but
It's kind of hard.
It's a light gray. It's not showing up super gray on camera, but it does have some very light modeling. And so this is an Ada. Do you know which count that one is?
This is
18.
18 count Ada.
This is, let's just do all the 18 first. This is also an 18 count. It's called Mama's Coffee.
No, you didn't like that one. You like Grandma Coffee.
No, it's Mama's Coffee.
We're still working on the name.
Oh yeah,
That's
it
okay.
was Mama's
It's
Coffee.
Mama's Coffee.
Mama's
This one.
Coffee.
This is the lighter one.
It's modeling.
Okay.
And
And
then,
that's also
My-
18 count Ada.
yes, 18
no,
count.
this is-
This is
yeah.
also 18 count.
This is
The
18
last one's
count,
16.
but it's a fat
Oh,
quarter.
look at that pretty.
We named it Purple Rain after the song because we couldn't think of anything.
So it's got some nice modeling. A couple of little white spots, but that's okay too. It just gives it some character.
It's unique.
Yeah. It's also 18 count Ada.
This is our last preview, and it's called Ocean Shore. No, Ocean Breeze.
No, this is Ocean Shore.
Ocean Shore is the other one.
Nuh-uh.
It's Ocean something. You'll find
Yeah,
out on
it's Ocean
Instagram.
something.
And so it is. I need to get my serger going here to get these serged. But it's showing. It's a little lighter than it's showing on camera. Hold it back a little bit because the closer you get it, yeah, it's more like that. And it's got some modeling.
Well, she decided to do Ocean Breeze, but I thought we were going to do Ocean Shores.
They're already having their first partner fight.
No, it's not our first.
No, it's definitely not the
It's
first.
our
This
first.
is a lesson in so many ways on business. And so I do want to do a quick shout out. I mentioned the Steel City Stitchers earlier and Kristen and her encouragement on my Festival to Fobs, but also part of the Steel City Stitchers is Jody, and she is a phenomenal fabric dyer. And I just want to say she's awesome because I reached out to her just to ask some questions, knowing that we're doing a very kind of small market thing here. And she is a rock star dyer, and she was super friendly and encouraging and so happy to help them. So thank you to Jody and your kind words, encouragement.
And we have followed our dads. So every time we want, like most of the time when we want something and we say, "Ooh, can we get this?" like kids do with everything pretty much, our dad's like, "Get a job and you can pay for it." We're like, "We're too young, we can't get a job." So technically we are trying to get a job right
That's
now.
right.
Well, we have a job.
No.
We just may not make
Haven't made any money yet, so
Yes, it's a job without money so far.
yes. So they have several, these are just a few of the pieces, and they plan to dye more. And so if you're interested, you can follow their Instagram. Like I said, I'll tag it below. I'll also share it on my page, and we will be posting fabric soon. And for at least the foreseeable future, all of the photos will be the actual piece that you get. So sometimes you'll get an image of something that's similar if they're doing a large lot. But these are individually dyed pieces, and so you will get exactly what you see on the video or on the photograph. So, anything else you want to say?
Don't think so.
Hand dyeing duo.
Yes, we're debating. It used to be dynamic.
You guys can make bets on how long this will last. So I hope that it's something that they develop into something significant.
We
But
have one follower.
you know, Emily was a cross-stitch designer last month, so we'll see how this goes.
We're thinking maybe we could put my Spot the dog with one of our fabrics. Maybe.
Yeah, she could turn her fabrics into her
We can make like a
the called
few
for fabric
things
for
like
her
that.
designing work.
And in the future, we may dye other things like floss and.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
we
we'll
don't
worry
like-
about that later. Let's just see how we do
That's
with
gonna
fabric.
be in like
We have
a
one
year
follower on
or
Instagram.
more.
Yeah, it's me.
It's her.
So if you want to be follower number 2, come check us out.
We're gonna look who's follower number 2.
So I do want to do, I think I've mentioned everyone, like I said, I'll link below the folks that I've mentioned as far as Flosstubers that I want to say thank you to. And I have mentioned here, and so you can see the descriptions below, but we appreciate the support. We're not regular posters like we probably should be,
I wish
but
we
our
were.
numbers, I know, I'm the lazy one. Our numbers are still slowly growing, and we appreciate that. So thank you for everyone that subscribes and likes.
Grow a little.
It's growing every month. We're
Yeah.
we're
Feels like
lucky because we don't post enough, but
We have over 500 subscribers.
we do have over 500, and we're happy about
I
that.
am
so.
proud because when I never thought I would be in YouTube, even if it is Flosstube, where kids don't
It's the
usually.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's not on YouTube.
Yeah, but kids don't really watch Flosstube, so
Yeah.
I can't like.
Which means that there's adults that are putting up with you, so
Yeah.
that's something.
Okay.
I
Alright.
have to
Kids,
put up
adult
with me
things-
every day. So.
Adults think kids
That's
are
all our
users.
stuff. So one more call out if you are Kathy Evasich. Forgive me if I murder your name, or Emmy Coons and want our giveaway, please email me with your address and I can get that out. And as to Melissa, Wildcrafty, and Sandra, I will get your prizes out this week. And thank you again for liking, subscribing, commenting. We appreciate all of the comments, and say a little prayer for our new venture.
By the way, we'd rather you subscribe and like this video.
Anything's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll take it, but still, I'm just
Don't
saying.
take it, okay.
We'll take it.
Speaking of murdering
Alright.
names, wait, hold on, I want to say one more thing.
One more thing.
Speaking of murdering names, a group of crows is called a murder.
The things we learn in school. As long as that's the murder they're talking about and not the other one, it's okay.
We've talked about murders in school.
All right, I think we've done it. We've killed it. It's dead. So thank you, everyone. We will see you next month or sooner if we're ambitious, but we'll be back at least in a month. So. Okay. All right, so today is Tuesday, April 6th, and we were very excited today. The girls went and checked the mail, and we had a package. And so if you watched our previous video, we were lucky enough to be sent some candies from Darcy, Stitchman Darcy from Canada. And after we posted that video, I was contacted by a very sweet woman named Allie on Instagram who watches our videos. Craft Allie 2017 is her name on Instagram, and she is from the UK, and she asked if she could maybe send us something, which is amazing. So the girls are about to open a package from the UK. She said that she might have some sweets that they might like from a different country. So, you ready? Like, they literally got this from the mail like 5 minutes ago and they had to do it immediately. So, ready? And she sent a very sweet card. Oh, hello kitty.
We can't read it though because it has the stuff in it.
It describes the stuff, so I'm gonna make them open it first before they see. Hey, don't take it slow.
I want to see
Hang
it.
on.
It's a Kinder
Take
Joy.
one at a time.
It's like a Kinder Joy.
Kinder Surprise.
It's like Kinder Joy.
So we have Kinder Joy here. Have you seen one of those before, though?
No.
I don't think so.
I know some kind of Kinder Joy isn't legal in America. So
I'm gonna destroy the package. It's not legal in America.
I saw it on a video once. They said that they weren't legal in America.
Mm.
These are different. Ours is like
Don't. Oh, it's a little melted. Careful. We'll put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Don't squish them.
Don't need to
Yeah, yeah. We'll eat that after.
It's a little melted.
This one's also
Been
melted.
sitting in the sun all day.
This one's a little melted
well,
too.
Wait.
that's okay. What is it?
Smarties.
What? There's Smarties Bunny.
It's
Look
a
at that.
Smartie
I mean, it's a little melted, but
Oh,
this
the-
is pretty good. This looks pretty
Oh,
They've been sitting in the sun
what's
all
that
day.
one? Don't squeeze it.
Wait, go put it. Can we go put them in?
We'll put them all in the fridge when we're done.
They've been sitting in the sun all day.
All right. There's our Smarty Bunny.
This one isn't that melted.
He's a little dented, but that's okay. He's cute.
Oh, it's not that.
What is this one?
melted.
Ooh, it's a Lindt
Kit
chocolate.
Kat.
Lindt chocolate.
This
Yummy.
one is that.
Another Lindt chocolate egg.
There's a
Kit Kat bunny. Oh, I think
There's
I've seen
another
those
bunny.
before.
I've never seen them.
Oh, another Smarties
It's an
bunny.
M&M, I think.
It's a Smarties bunny.
Another egg.
Another Lindt egg.
Some more Kit Kat bunnies.
Kit Kat bunnies.
So many.
Another bunny.
Oh, look at it. Oh god.
What the heck?
Curly whirly swirl.
Peanut butter, I think, inside them.
Wait, let us zoom in. Wait.
Cool.
Curly whirly squirrelies from
Curly whirly
Cadbury.
swirly.
Obviously, we have plenty of Cadbury stuff here, but
Yeah.
I don't know what a
Cadbury.
curly whirly swirly is. Why don't you try that out?
It's yummy.
Is that everything?
This is
Wait. Don't open it yet. Don't open it. Hey, what do we say?
Thank you.
Thank you, Allie. Craft Allie 2017 on Instagram. You are awesome. And then they're going to be on a high pretty quickly here. Say bye.
Bye.